What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel Sports, Life, and Politics TV. And today, we're going to be going over this Russia-United States situation where Russia launched its spy satellites and stationed the spy satellites right next to American spy satellites. Now, Russia and America has been in a Cold War since the end of World War II. They've been in an arms race since the end of World War II. And in the 50s, what happened was the Soviets launched Sputnik, and then it became a space race. But because whoever controlled the skies controlled the goddamn world. With these satellites and satellite technology, you can spy on other countries, you can see what they're doing, you can see what they got, you can see where they're going, because they got satellites so goddamn powerful, they can read the newspaper from space, and that's a fact. But this arms race between these two is ongoing. And America is a superpower on the ocean, the air, and in the sea. On land, air, and sea. They're a superpower. They really can't be stopped. The only way to defeat America is through breaking their communications down, shooting down satellites. And the Chinese and the Russians have been practicing this shit for the last 15 years. Because they know if you can break the communication, then you got a shot. Well, let's take a look at the clip.
Zero, ignition, liftoff of LE-7. Go Falcon, go.
February 2nd in California, SpaceX launched a classified government satellite into orbit, NROL-87.
State separation confirmed.
Believed to be a top-secret, state-of-the-art spy satellite that the Pentagon says will support its overhead reconnaissance mission.
So, the United States always kill me. They be spying, and they always tell on other people who be spying. I remember, this is about 10, 12 years ago, the Russians was down there, the internet lines run under the ocean floor. I don't know if y'all knew that, but they had the internet lines from Europe to America. A lot of these internet lines run under the ocean. And the Russians was using submarines to tap onto the lines and steal information under the ocean. And the United States came out snitching. The Russians underwater stealing information on these internet lines. Well, how you know how to steal the information off the internet line? Because the United States had been doing it. Yeah, they had perfected the craft. They looked down, I know damn well they ain't doing what we doing. Yeah, so it's serious, but you got to find the humor in it, You really do got to find the humor in it, because America be snitching like a motherfucker. Hey, look what they doing, and America been doing the same thing. Unbelievable.
Also watching that launch, Moscow. And just last week, Russia launched its own spy satellite, Cosmo 2558, placing it in the same orbit and just beneath the U.S. satellite.
Really irresponsible behavior.
And an exclusive.
So it's irresponsible for the Russians to do it, but it's not irresponsible for us to do it. Unbelievable.
An interview with NBC News Space Command, 4-star General James Dickinson says Russia may be trying to get an up-close look at U.S. spy capabilities.
We see that it's in a similar orbit to one of our high-value assets for the U.S. government. And so
damn, this man ain't been asleep since 1979. Look at the bags under this motherfucker eye. Look at the bags under that man's eyes. He ain't been asleep since the Vietnam War. Shout out to James Dickinson. Get some rest, brother.
continue like we always do to continue to update that and track that.
This is the U.S. Spacecom Jack with an operation and limit to failure conference. All conferees respond when pulled.
Last week, our cameras were the first ever allowed inside the Space Command Joint Operations Center in Colorado Springs.
It's at the zenith, the very top of our space operations centers within the Department of Defense,
where the U.S. watches and tracks every missile and rocket launch anywhere in the world. From the war in Ukraine to Chinese military exercises off Taiwan to that Russian satellite launch.
How quickly do they learn that something has launched somewhere in the world? We have some really good space capabilities today that will tell us almost immediately if there's been a launch.
Altitude 80 degrees, 36 minutes west.
This is the newest infrared satellite used to detect the heat signatures from any missile or rocket launch anywhere in the world. This is half scale. The real satellite is about the size of a school bus.
Russia has a similar capability with its own satellites.
International satellite trackers say it's no coincidence that Russia launched its rocket at the very moment the U.S. spy satellite passed over the Russian launch site.
Look, the Russians, they know they being spied on. Everybody's spying on everybody, y'all. You know, the Russians gonna launch their shit. They gonna let you know, hey man, we know exactly what y'all doing. We know y'all spying on everything we doing. And let me tell you this, they have the technology. I did when I did the video on Russia-Ukraine war. Hey, the United States have the technology. Listen to this shit. This is good. This is good information. The United States military industrial complex have the ability to steal transmissions, and then like say 2 tank brigades is talking. Say the commander of a tank brigade is talking to his other tank commanders, right? On a radio transmission. They have the ability to steal the transmission and put in false transmissions. And it sounds exactly like the actual commander, the actual general. It'll sound like the guy who actually gave the transmission in the direction, it'll sound exactly. That's why I was so much confusing in Russia during the Ukraine war. That's why tanks and shit was turning the wrong. That's why tanks and shit was turning the wrong way, and it was a bunch of confusion. The United States military has the goddamn the technology to steal radio transmissions, intercept them, and then steal them, and then do all the voice recognition, and then put their own transmission in there to cause nothing but confusion and chaos. Unbelievable, y'all. Unbelievable. Let me finish this video out.
It's a part of the current new Cold War is also going on in space, so it's basically part of this cat and mouse game that's going on in space.
In a show of force last November, Russia blew up one of its own orbiting satellites.
And we continue today to track almost 1,500 pieces of debris from that incident and that test event that they did.
A new Cold War moving from the ground to space. Tom Costello, NBC News, Colorado Springs.
Well, y'all.
Dark complexion.
Well, y'all, like I said before, y'all, they've been in a race since the end of World War II, United States and Russia. It's not going to stop anytime soon until something catastrophic eventually happens. But yeah, the United States is good and notorious for snitching. But they never tell what the hell they was doing. You motherfuckers doing the same thing, man. Stop telling. It's an arms race. But I guess they want the world to know, you know, it's all propaganda. Everybody's going to spew their own propaganda, as well they should. They military superpowers. And it is what it is, y'all. I just like to keep up with this type of stuff. When I was younger, I used to love military technology. I used to have them Desert Storm cards. I used to have an Abrams tank. The goddamn what you call them motherfuckers? The Tomahawk missiles. The battle cruisers and the Apache helicopter, and they used to have the stealth bombers, man. I used to love them cars. General Schwarzkopf, I remember that shit like it was yesterday, man. They had everything that you could think of military-wise for you to learn. And on the back of the card, it'll tell you some of the goddamn specs of the military equipment. You know what I mean? They'd be like, oh, this is an F-16 jet. It flies at Mach such and such, and it has these type of missiles. And I was always fascinated, man. I used to love the military channel. Then they changed it. I think it became the American Heroes channel, I think. I ain't watched it in a while, but yeah, it used to be the military channel, man. They used to tell you everything. I knew about stealth helicopters before they flew that bitch and got Bin Laden. I knew about that bitch in like 2001. Because they had that shit on the military channel. But a lot of the information be out there. It don't be as private as you think. They end up telling it, and everybody snitching on everybody, man. But I love to keep up with this type of stuff because you should. Obviously, you just seen the Russian, they was shooting down satellites. They shooting down satellites. Hey, man, that's big shit. They've been doing that shit for 15 years, practicing. The only way you can do it is practice it. The United States don't like it. It causes a bunch of space debris. They up there running easy and smooth, and all the space debris and shit is getting in the way and fucking shit up. So I get it. I understand it, you know. But, hey, man, I appreciate y'all tuning into the video, man. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on one hell of both of these countries are spying on each other ride. Peace.